Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in today's video we are going to be going to the newest team in the Premier League, Leeds United. So I've done Telling Road a few weeks ago, and then a video on the history. Sorry it's a wee bit short, I don't have much time, but I hope you enjoy it. Founded in 1919, Leeds play here at Ellen Road, as I've said, which has a capacity of just under 40,000, which they have continued to sell out in the Championship week in, week out, which is absolutely amazing. Now, this is the history of Leeds. See here, we're going through that a bit more in a wee minute. Here's a wee bit about the trophies. Leeds have won FA Cup. That was under Don Revie in 1972. Same as well as the League Cup in '68. Won First Division 3 times. That's now the Premier League. Hitting their City's first cup again under Don Revie. A Community Shield and Youth Cup as well. Here's a history of the badge. I think if I was to pick a favourite, I'd probably say the current badge, or I'd say these two badges are probably my favourite. The club's most successful time was under the management of Don Revie, who is a statue you see over there in the main montage then. Under his management, they won 2 league titles, a League Cup, an FA Cup, and 2 Inter-Cities First Cups. And in that period, they've also been runners up in the league numerous times, as well as reaching cup finals. The Lily Whites, as their nickname is, have got a fierce rivalry with Man United, and also have a rivalry with Chelsea. So they're a very, very big club and have played in Europe a lot, especially in like the mid 80s and the mid 80s. In 1974, Don Revie left the club and in came Brian Clough, a manager, a very famous manager who has won Champions League with Nottingham Forest. But it did not last long. He lasted 45 days at the helm, and David Armridge was brought in and got the aging side to the 1974-75 European Cup final, where they controversially lost out to Bayern Munich. Under Chairman Peter Ridsdale, the club amassed huge debts, as well as due to not qualifying for the Champions League. In 2003 or 304, were relegated to the Championship, and then in that time, it wasn't until 2020 that Leeds returned to the Premier League, including a spell in the 3rd division. But Leeds, they are now back in the Premier League. Although they did get relegated a couple of seasons ago, they're now back in the back up from the Championship and back in the Premier League. Where they probably should belong, in my opinion. Although they've not been in the Premier League that long. I've been following football. They're a massive club. They deserve to be in the Premier League. Now, let's go into the reason why Leeds are hated by a lot of people in English football. Under the management of Don Revie, gained the nickname Dirty Leeds for their aggressive style of play, and the fact they were flying into challenges, starting fights. So that's probably why they're called Dirty Leeds as well. Probably why they've got a bit of a reputation of not being that nice to play against. Now, Leeds said back in the Premier League they were, and a couple of years ago that was under the management of Marcelo Bielsa, a man who is pretty much worshipped here in Leeds. They absolutely love him. There's a sticker of him over there, which will be overlaid on screen right now. So, I think he's probably one of the best managers Leeds have had in a very, very long time. As I said earlier on, Leeds won the First Division in 1992. Well, that's the last time they won it, but they've won it 2 times before that. Also won the FA Cup 3 times, the League Cup 3 times as well, as being in that cup over there in the semi-final of the European Cup, the Champions League. So, successful club, and they've won the Intercities Fairs Trophy twice. They're also Cup runners-up, as well as European Cup winners. European Cup runners-up in the 70s, as I touched on earlier. I'm just going to wrap up the video now, so I think probably go back up to the house and film the outro, so we'll see you all there. So that's me now back in the house. It's been a few weeks. I've had other videos to put up, as you've seen, the Cali Braves Falkirk video and the Still in Steny video. Now, if I can get your attention for a few minutes, if you haven't already, nominations are open for the Football Content Awards this year, and it would mean so much if you go down to the description, use the link and nominate me for it. Best in non-league, best young content creator and best new content creator. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the video. Hope you all enjoyed. You know drill, click here to carry and watch my videos. Click here to subscribe. See you at the next one. Goodbye.